it's important to, if they harm you with the harp weapons, they may talk in your head and say, go here, go there. If you don't do it, I told you not to do it, or I told you to go, because they will do this to you and they will do that to you. They'll harm you, and they may allow somebody to harm you so they can try to get you to go somewhere. It's important not to listen to that instruction. Even if they harm you, stay home and file complaints with the Federal Bureau of Police Department. Say directed energy weapons, don't say voices in the head, because that's when you're not. What they do is they try to exploit you for sex or money or identity. They may tell you to put money in the bank, or that you owe me money. Even if you committed a crime, you have the right to shut your mouth. Just have to know you have that right to shut your mouth. It's illegal for them to talk in your head and tell you where to go, here or there. They did it to me for many years. My brain got ripped apart, and I didn't follow their instructions. I did follow the instructions at first, in the beginning, to go to Homeland Security and file complaints and etc. And it got me nowhere. So you have to pile up the complaints. You have to make sure you don't follow their instructions. They may tell you to go somewhere, or you have to get this off, you have to meet some person. Don't follow that instruction. Follow the Bible. If a person, it's illegal for them to do that. They may say, they may tell you to go to another country. Don't do that at all. They may tell you to go to another town and meet somebody, and they may tell that he's going to give you a secret code or something. Don't use codes. Just realize that it's illegal for them to talk in your head all day, and they're exploiting you. That's what the U.S. government is doing. It's just, they're exploiting you for your either sex or money or your identity. This, I'm assuming that you're already on the internet, and that you're aware that talking in your head is wrong. If somebody doesn't know, they may be told to go on the internet, which is what they should do. If you know somebody who's affected with the Voices Call, tell them to go on the internet and do research, and not to be near men, because there's men that will exploit you for porn. They'll make you do crazy things, porn, or make you sleep around with their relatives, or like I said, they'll make you sleep around with their relatives or their friends, or to exploit you. They may tell you, they may try to deplete your file, SSI or something, and file complaints. If you have directed energy, meaning HAARP weapon, look up HAARP, HAARP. I may post this tomorrow. They're exploiting you. That's what they're doing. I'm going to try to make this as short as possible. Do not follow their instructions. Even if they harm you, they're going to harm you anyway. They're going to continue to harm you. You got to realize, even if they harm you, you may feel like that, they'll get me off if I do this or if I do that. That's a lie. They're going to continue with their psychology. They use a lot of psychology, and they talk in your head, and they try to continue to get you to do this. Just one more time, and tell you to use drugs and alcohol. Don't do it. Stay home, file complaints, do research on the web, and join a group that fights against this, like Freedom from Covert Harassment. They'll help you out. They all join together and they try to fight this. Don't do it. You can file complaints by yourself. Just be careful, because they can throw you in the hospital for listening. Like, if you hear voices, that's what they did to me twice. I heard voices, and they aimed HAARP weapons, and they put me in Coney Island. They put me in Coney Island Hospital and Kings County Hospital. And I'm not crazy. I just heard voices, and I had a HAARP weapons aiming on me. They possibly wanted to exploit my father's money or my family's possessions. That's what they're exploiting. So it's important not to listen to any instructions. Even if you get harmed, just take it. You're going to have to take it and pray to God. And read the Bible for instructions. The Bible, if they talk in your head, you have to know how to defeat them. The Bible has the right things. They can trick you. They can say, you have to do this because it's the right thing. You wouldn't know what the right thing is. That's why I say follow the Bible's instruction. The Bible has the right thing to do. Now, don't let them trick you. Don't let them reword it, because they talk in your head, and they try to patronize you, and they try to be friendly with you, and then what they do is they're exploiting you. Then they're trying to get information from you. So it's important to ignore them as much as possible. Watch TV or listen to music. Watch a movie or something. I listen to music, and I listen to my own audios. Meaning I record every day, document every day what they do, and I record on my cell phone. Cells usually have a record on it. I do it every day. I've been doing this since July of 2008. I've been attacked since October of 2007 with the voices, first with the voices, and then they started aiming hard weapons on me and ripping up a lot of psychology. If I don't like communicating with women. I encourage the women to stay away from men. If you're on this thing, go to church. That's what I encourage. Go to church. I don't like to communicate with them because of them. They may be impostoring me, and you have to be careful with that too. So some women do call me. I just don't want them to call me as much. I want them to follow my instructions on the internet. And that's irrelevant. I want them to follow my instructions on the internet and make sure they do the right thing, and then they won't get exploited. Because I believe that women get exploited. I believe they get snuck into their houses in the middle of the night, and they may have sex with somebody. Stuff like that happens. You have to report rape. If you feel somebody's raping you, report it. Even if they talk in your head, and if it's done before, just report the person. You can say, I had sex with such and such person, and just report it, just in case. The person might not be liable, but it might be a relative of theirs that's liable that talked into your head. You gotta realize that the person that they put in front of you, that they told you to do this or that with, he might not be the criminal. He might not even know. He might be the culprit. It might be a relative who has a device. So it's important to file complaints. If you're a female and you got a male that got raped or money stolen from, they told you to exploit, to give out money. My situation, I'm getting hurt a lot because I don't listen to them. I don't listen to them at all. So I do get hurt. I encourage you not to give in. I'm not hurt severely. I am hurt. They try to kill me a couple of times. Don't give in to them, because then they're going to continue to do this scam. They may be doing it on people you don't know because they stay shut. It's so important to open your mouth, get a website, and talk on video. Like I said, it's very important to open your mouth. If this happened to you, state it. Don't be ashamed. State what happened to you. Be very careful with males around you. If you're a female, I encourage you, because I see guys. They say, oh, they'll say something like, oh, there's a female outside waiting for you. She wants to marry you. Next thing you know, there's a bunch of guys parked outside. I don't know where they come from. They say it in my head, and it's very important not to listen to the voice of skull instructions. And read the Bible. God bless. I'm adding this. Do not get married for freedom at all. Don't meet anybody. If they told you with the voice of skull, don't meet anybody. It's a scam. They try to run on me. They told me to marry this old Chinese lady. It might be, they'll make a business out of it. They'll say, marry this person and you'll get off. It might be a scam, for immigration scam, so be very careful. American, they told me, in order to get off this, you gotta either get married or have a baby, or they'll stop attacking you, or get skinny, do something. And that might have been because somebody looked at it, they would steal my identity. So it's important, don't get married, don't have sex for freedom, stay away from men on the street if you're a female. If you're a male, stay away from males, and also stay away from females. The last thing, males, do not sleep around, because if you sleep around, you could be messing with somebody, some police detectives. They put other females on this, and they can take one target individual. After somebody had sex with her and they used her, then they'll put you to have sex with her. You're thinking you're having a good time, and it could be somebody's daughter, and they're gonna get really pissed, and they're gonna come after you. So you're gonna be very careful. Don't sleep around if you're a male targeted individual.